When I was growing up, we had just moved to a property in Minnesota. The property was several acres. Half of it was forest, and the other half was a grassy yard with a tree farm at one end. My stepdad really liked keeping a neat yard, and he wanted to make sure that the large area didn't get too far out of control. The problem was that, having lived in semi-arid Colorado for 7 years, we had not needed a riding mower since leaving Kentucky. The realtor made a generous offer for us to borrow his riding mower until we could get our own. My stepdad didn't really like having to borrow things much, but given the task at hand, he reluctantly agreed. It took a few months before we finally bought a mower of our own, but each time before returning the realtor's mower, my stepdad would not only fill up the gas tank, he would also blow out, wash up, and even wax the man's mower. When I asked him why he would do this when it was just going to get dirty again, he explained that when you borrow something, it's always a good policy to return it in as good or better condition than you received it. Of course, after the first time of getting his mower returned and seeing it in like-new condition, the realtor was more than happy to lend it to us. After all, he was getting a sweet deal. That day, I probably learned one of the most valuable lessons of my life, one that I live by to this day. I apply this concept of respect in many aspects of my everyday life. So when it comes to the environment, I feel that we are borrowing the earth from future generations. We are simply caretakers until someone else has a chance to live here as well. I feel that we owe it to them to have the same opportunities that we inherited. I'll never understand why it is that some people have decided that the world belongs to them alone, and that there are no consequences regarding the damage they may do. It's a game of Russian roulette, not only with themselves, but with everyone else around them. They are willing to take the chance that their irresponsible actions won't have ramifications, and they don't care who or what else is affected. Some even bring religion into it by stating that God gives them the right to be this way, and that since all will be destroyed anyway, then none of it really matters. I think this is a selfish, arrogant, and closed-minded outlook, especially from people that normally tout themselves as being accountable or responsible. I would think that God would want us to do our best to keep His works, His miracles, in as good or better condition than we received them. The question we have to ask ourselves as a species, as human beings, is, what if all of this is a test? What if we are being tested to see what we've learned about ourselves and our own humanity to each other and our world? Do we use what we need and discard the rest? Or do we try to give back and invest in the future by honoring the great gifts that we have been given?